Hello, 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 welcome, welcome. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm overwhelmed. I've taken the task upon myself recently of trying to collect a massive Excel spreadsheet of every artist I've ever heard of, basically keeping tabs on anyone and everyone in the electronic scene, which is virtually impossible. Basically with the intention of not missing any critical new releases. So as a result, I have way more new music that I am keeping my eyes on, and to do a weekly reaction video of this week that I picked at least 30 songs would, one, take me forever to edit, and two, is probably going to be so long most of you don't watch it. So my solution is to do an honorable mention of tracks I just don't have time to play, burn through a much larger array by just listening to the drops or the grooves, and finally taking a few big releases and doing a single video dedicated to those later in the week. That way I'm not overwhelming you guys as well as myself with trying to do like 30 and soon to be 40 or 50 songs a week. We're gonna see how it goes. I've got to balance my work schedule along with this, so stay tuned, but let's jump into it. Alright, so honorable mentions. Other Side, Alex Lustig. If you're into down-tempo electronic music like myself, great artist, just a master of atmospheres and soundscaping. On My Mind, Antent, if that's how you say it. Found this guy about a year ago trying to find new future bass, and pretty dynamic, interesting, up-and-coming producer. Jealous, Yo Mace, or Yo Mas, I think it's Yo Mace. Big fan of his song Bitter, that was in my top 20. Came out with a song this week called Jealous. Not a very electronically aspirated song. It really wouldn't fall under the category of EDM, but he's so dynamic, it just varies. Ghost Boy, Jacob Tilburg. I found him by trying to find more drum and bass. He's also a very dynamic producer, doesn't really stick to one thing. You guys might want to check it out. And Hold On, Deep Chills. This one's kind of got like that electro pop vibe with a little bit of like tropical house. If you're into that, maybe check it out. Blaster Jacks, Golden. Yup, that deep house bass line has just become a staple these days. I like the vocal manipulation alongside the bass line, it works well. Personally, I don't think it's anything that's going to be super memorable just because of the large volume of deep house bass lines we hear like that on a weekly basis. Blaster Jacks is a solid duo, they'll probably cut through to the mainstream. Recognize the bass line? Why does this song sound familiar? Hey, if in the comments, if you recognize the melody that this song sounds similar to, let me know, because it's in my head and I can't figure it out. Even though it sounds a little more commercial and poppy, I'm not complaining at all, it's catchy. Firefly, Dash Berlin. Okay. Pretty repetitive. Dude, it's house music. Oh, then we got this nice ballad here. I feel like this is like some Zelda soundtrack, maybe? The biggest of big room leads. Mahalo DLMT. This was a collab that brought us So Cold, my personal favorite of his. We'll see how this one goes. Okay, I like those big brassy hits. It's pleasant, but So Cold is definitely still my favorite. Ooh. Oh, love the triplets with like a little Harita pattern in there. Oh man, I like that first drop. I like the sound selection. It's got kind of that old school, like grungy, just coming into that 2010 dubstep, bro step era. Feels a little bit more like a classic dubstep sound, I guess. Believer, Fairlane. Oh, I didn't realize this was a cover. Ooh, I like that little like xylophone run right before the drop. That's clever. A fresh take on a well-known pop song. I'll tell you what, even though the melody is relatively the same, the creativity within it is pretty impressive. Another innovative week from Fairlane. Big Bad Bass. Kind of like that glitchy future house vibe, but it's more like bass house. Wow. Yeah, that'd be a solid one for your bass house playlist. Alright, as is most down-tempo, kind of progressive house tracks, whatever you want to call it, there's not really going to be a drop to this per se, but a main groove. Lane 8 is a master of atmospheric cinematic stuff, so let's check it out. Yep, it's a vibe. Really nice mellow progression to it, perfect for, you know, zoning out during a drive. still isn't going to top Just. That is my absolute favorite song of his. That is probably one of my favorites of all time. It is if you're into down-tempo electronic at all, or, you know, house music that isn't like super upbeat, definitely check that out. So this one's a follow-up on Pansky, I believe it is. He did a nice little cover remix of In the Air Tonight, and it was just genius, so I had to see what this one was all about. Oh yeah. Any Kygo fans out there will like this. Chill, tropical feel to it. Yeah, the whistles work nicely with it. This is probably one I should have just done an honorable mention for. Not going to be a major drop or groove, but really, really good sound. Really encapsulating atmosphere on this one, so I wanted to highlight it real quick. If you're not familiar with Mellow Sense, you want some chill music to listen to, look no further. Oh yeah. Yikes. Now I know the first thing somebody's gonna say is, why didn't you do a Knights of the Round Table review? I probably should have. I'm behind. I need to do the Subsidia, Dusk, and Dawn Volume 2, and I'm sure Night is on its way out. If you watch my channel, chances are you're probably familiar with Naughty Step. He does more like heavy bass music, like dark bass music. I like to cover a wide array of everything. I'm picking and choosing off of Knights of the Round Table, obviously Barely Alive, solid artist. And obviously, the drop is beefy. Ooh, I like this kind of electronic, like, bridge here. Oh, the tension, man. Battle of the Bros. Okay. Alright. Wow. Love that.
Bro step on my mark.
This isn't bro step. Now it is. Love the staccato syncopation there. Yeah, rhythmically I love it. Really creative with the banter and all the dialogue in there. I love gimmicky stuff like that. I don't know if gimmicky is the right word, but you know what I mean. The Way to Infinity Au5. Like I said, only have time for the drops this week, so here we go. Okay. First thought, just the basic kick, clap, like kind of halftime feel, I'm not crazy about. Usually we get a lot more creativity out of the percussion and just overall from Au5. It's obviously very nice, like melodic dubstep sound, very familiar sounds from him. Okay, I lied. We really have to listen to at least 2 drops from him. Okay, this is a little more electro sounding in here. Not my favorite of his, but always fun to listen to, you know? Alright, just Trivecta. No collabs, no Halion, no run, no vocals, so let's see how this goes. Okay! Alright, Trivecta can make heavy stuff. Now, if I told you the same guy made that song every day and then this... really dynamic turnaround. Like you say, with a song title like that, it's gotta be heavy. Interesting track from him. I don't know if it's gonna cut through with kind of that kick clap formula, but the melodic elements in there are also a nice touch. So honestly, the more I listen to this, it almost sounds a little bit more like chiptune-esque video game style, where you could see this playing in the background in like a massive boss fight. Like I said, good for him. It shows he's dynamic. We'll see what the future holds for him and the rest of Ophelia. So I actually saw Ace Aura on New Year's, and I'm kind of bummed. I didn't know who he was, and now I do, because his set was really impressive. They gave too much away. Okay, drop's really creative, almost too much. Like, good for them for pushing the envelope, but it's a little too much. I thought the build was like, it gave too much away, like it was already so heavy. When the actual drop started, it was like unclear. It's like, did it really start, or was it a bar before? Or I'm much more enthusiastic about somebody trying to push the envelope and be creative than just sticking with a, you know, a recycled and familiar sound. Ooh, listen to that marimba. Nice. Did somebody actually write that out, or was that just sequenced? Because that's a really nice, elegant sounding marimba in there. Wall's dead. That deep house bass line. Check. Kind of catchy though. Not super original, but I don't hate it. All right, that's gonna be it for this week. Let me know what you guys thought. If you like this style a little better, a little quicker paced, not as much of the music, because honestly, I mean, I can't play the whole songs because copyright. Gotta stay on that fair use line. Stay tuned for Subsidia. That's gonna be coming up. I'm doing a review on that, as well as a couple of songs that came out this week that I'm going to do individual videos for. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.